We have another very educated man here, Steve Pally, Mobile Games Editor. Hello, Steve.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right, good. We got in your hand right there, you have a crazy new handheld device. What do you got there? What is this thing?
Gentleman is called the Gizmondo.
Whoa!
Yeah. Ooh.
Whoa!
No,
ooh.
yeah.
What is that all about?
Well, this is a new handheld / mobile gaming device produced by Tiger Telematics, actually.
Okay.
That's not the LCD version of.
I don't think so. No.
Of Double Dragon, yeah.
No,
or
no,
different
Afterburner.
company, different Tiger.
Entirely different company.
Okay.
This is a handheld that runs Windows CE.
Try to hold it still as you could, please, for our camera. Appreciate
absolutely.
it. Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem.
Windows CE for its operating system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got an NVIDIA graphics accelerator. It's called the GoForce 4500, and it packs between 1 and 2 megabytes of video RAM on that thing.
So what you're saying is the whole purpose of this is a new, basically, handheld. They're trying to compete with like the PSP or the DS.
Well, that's unclear. You know, it's when you ask them, they'll say that it's actually more of a mobile gaming device. It's a convergence device, you know, because this actually has a mobile data capability, so it communicates over a cell phone network. Which is something that the DS and the PSP can't do.
This is true.
And it has some other nifty features like a camera, as you can see right here.
There you go.
Turn it around here. There we go. Yeah, there's the camera. Yeah, and it also has GPS technology. You know, kind of thing that you have in your Lexus. Tells you how to get to In-N-Out Burger.
Yes,
when
I drive my Lexus around.
Yeah. Oh well,
it's useful for me. But so I mean, part of that what makes that cool is that they're actually going to do like location-based gaming.
Yeah,
That's
actually. I know of 2 titles.
Well, first, actually, before I threw that out there, location-based gaming.
Sure.
Means what?
Okay, so you got a bunch of satellites up in the sky, basically, and they're beaming this positioning signal down, so you can pinpoint your location over the entire Earth to, like, I don't know, 1 foot of accuracy, something like that. Military grade, but
So basically, what you're saying is that the games will depend on where you are.
Yeah, you can actually walk around.
Physical location will affect the game that you're playing.
Absolutely. There's this one game called Colors where supposedly, we haven't seen this, but you'll be able to walk around and control virtual turf and mess up punks that come onto your turf.
That'd be great.
That sounds really wild. So what are you showing us here right now? What do we
All right, so this is a game called Johnny Whatever right here. Let's see.
Tilt that, get a little shine off of that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that all right? Okay.
I remember Johnny Whatever. It was first announced a little bit ago by like Warthog, Texas, I think, and it was supposed to be like a concept for a next-gen game.
Yeah.
And they were playing with Xbox controllers, but now
it's on the
Gizmondo.
Yeah, that's because I believe that Warthog actually became one of Gizmondo's studios in Texas. And this is actually kind of a neat idea for a game. You're a punk rocker in the near future after England's been taken over by a fascist dictatorship run by robots called the Iron Royals. Excuse me.
Nice.
Yeah, and you use your nuclear guitar. Nuclear?
Sure.
Yeah, nuclear guitar to blast these robots into pieces.
So you basically you're creating anarchy with rock.
Yeah, no, exactly.
In the future,
anarchy in the UK.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, there's also one of the things in this game is that there's actual like licensed music and songs in the game. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, there's a karaoke mode where you can play. It's almost like a little rhythm game where you have Johnny play guitar by pressing the buttons, and you can play along with the Sex Pistols. I believe the Cranberries is in there, which is
weird,
a little unusual.
Well, they're against the British establishment. I
absolutely.
think. Everyone is. Yeah.
You know, they're a quieter sort of rebel, but.
Yeah. Zombie. And
totally.
their bombs and their guns,
Yeah, but later on in this game, if you play through it a little bit, they have this wild sequence where it's basically this scripted thing where you fight a bunch of robot bobbies, which are British cops.
I don't know what a bobby is.
Yeah. And you basically go through this whole song and dance routine and destroy them, which is really cool.
Cool.
Fantastic.
We got a bunch of questions coming in about the Gizmondo itself. The game looks good. Now, one of the questions we got right now, Stephen Chen from Miami, Florida, GameSpot Complete members keep sending your questions, by the way. He wants to know how heavy is the unit? If you could, compare it to this little thing I had over here, my PSP. Which is heavier? What's the comparison? What are we looking at?
Well, truthfully, like the Gizmondo is actually surprisingly light for a portable. It's one of the first things you notice when you pick it up. It feels Sturdy, but almost like it's kind of hollow or something. And PSP is actually pretty light too for its size. So I would say that the Gizmondo is a little bit lighter than the PSP.
And it's definitely smaller. Oh, well, it seems like it's less. The width is less.
Smaller but
thicker. A little
thicker.
bit taller and a little bit thicker.
Screen's a little smaller.
Screen's smaller.
Take a look at
Eric
that.
Simmons in Delaware. Do you see the Gizmondo becoming a real factor in the battle of the handhelds, or will it be the next N-Gage?
Ooh.
So basically,
softly.
let me rephrase this question. Is this going up against the PSP and the DS and the Game Boy, or is it going up against cell phones and the N-Gage?
Okay. Well, I don't even think Gizmondo really knows that, and we're just going to really have to see how it shakes out with retail. When this thing comes out on August 11th.
That was my next question.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Gosh. Yeah. So it comes out on August 11th.
But
now
it's already out in the UK.
It is out in the UK. It's been out in the UK for a couple months now.
Now it's a little expensive, right?
It is a little on the expensive side.
How much does it cost?
Okay, so there are two ways you can buy the Gizmondo. You can buy it just straight up for $400, $399, or you can get you can opt into a special Smart advertising program, and in that case it'll be $230. And the Gizmondo will actually download, I believe, at least 3 advertisements a day and show them to you, and they'll be targeted advertisements, and it'll probably be at the base level of the operating system. So it's not going to interrupt anything you're doing. It's not going to pop up in the middle of the game and start, I don't know, shilling motor oil or something like that.
Motor oil.
Sure, why not?
But there will be.
There will be
that
a
is
second version.
different model.
Right, cool. August 11th. You want to take 2 more questions, then we'll send you on your way?
Sure.
Sweet. Mike in Donna, Texas. The battery, how long does it last? Is it a good battery?
The battery's not bad. I would say it's probably a little bit under the PSP, depending on what kind of game you're playing. However, this thing, the Gizmondo, uses SD cards, which have no moving parts. So it can get away with having a smaller battery. It's basically the size of a cell phone battery.
Cool. And one last question from Justin in Omaha, Nebraska. How much will games cost for the system?
We don't know. That's actually a big question
Very good
mark.
question, yeah.
Yep.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, Steve.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see more on there's currently a lot of coverage for the Gizmondo on the site right now.
Absolutely. We'll have a launch feature together in a couple weeks.
All right, sweet. Can't wait. Thanks for coming by. Ryan Davis, what do we have up next?